Sad thing is, I could probably just make a premiere edit of one of my earlier halftime videos, and then just for every time I say insert team here, I just say Georgia. And it would be the exact same video every single time. And it's just like this video right here. Welcome to another halftime edition of Our Offense is a Complete and Utter Disaster, and we decide not to do anything about it because we're a bunch of idiots! All right. Well, hey, y'all want to play a game? Yeah, y'all want to play a game? Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Sit on your couch, watch this Tennessee-Georgia game, and when Tennessee trots themselves on the offensive side of the ball, you sit there and try and figure out which offensive play Tennessee is going to run. 50% of the time, you're going to get it right. If you know the four plays. Run up the middle, Joe Milton design run to the outside, screenplay 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, or a big, pass attempt 50 yards down the field by Joe Milton, which is incomplete. Which one of those do you think happens? Whichever one you guess, because that's what we've been doing all friggin' game long. Now, am I surprised by that? Absolutely not. We all knew this was going to happen. When Joe Milton was the starter, I sat there, I was like, yep, this is what's happening. This is exactly what's going to happen. And as it turns out, I was absolutely right. Poor, pathetic play calling. But, before, a couple of weeks ago, I always blamed that on Joey Hazel and said that he should be fired and blah, 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 blah. Well, I came to a good realization that the play calling is terrible. The play calling is a complete and utter disaster. And you can bet if any top 50 ranked defense is going to figure it out, you can best guarantee that the two-time repeating national champions are going to figure it out and adapt to it. And well, to the expectations of literally everyone on planet friggin' Earth, they figured it out and they have adapted to it. And Tennessee, what's their answer to it? The same thing. They don't make it. Y'all ever heard of a Tennessee team adapting? The Tennessee Volunteers adapting in 2023 is like as abstract of an idea as UFOs and the sky being green. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. There is no such thing as adaptation. If the Tennessee Volunteers of this era were a micro species, we would have been extinct last year. We would have been gone. We would have been wiped off the face of the earth. Adaptation is a huge part of the life cycle. And if the Tennessee Vols were part of that life cycle, we'd be gone. We'd be erased from the earth. We don't know adaptation. We don't know. What our idea of adaptation, you got mitosis, meiosis, run up the middle for 2 yards. That's our idea. That's our idea. Oh, don't forget the halfback screen 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage that goes for 5 yards per carry. Ooh, big scary right there. I bet Kirby's taking a mean old dookie in his pants watching us do those screenplays. I bet he's sitting there like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do against this? Oh man, we're in some big trouble here. Oh man, they got us now. Oh man. And of course, I've already seen people try and deflect this blame onto the defense. And look, the defense is playing terrible. But we got intramurals and people off of the stands coming in to play at defense because the rest of our team's hurt and not playing today. So, of course, our defense is playing terrible, and per the norm, they can't get off the field on third down. Every time it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 5, 3rd and all the way to the International friggin' Space Station. It doesn't matter. Georgia finds a way to connect it, and usually it's Brock Bowers doing it. Even when everybody in that stadium knows that they're going to give it to Brock Bowers, for some reason, we can't. We can't. Now, the defense is tired. They've been on the field for 30 friggin' minutes. I said, we've only played 30 minutes. Our offense is a complete and utter disaster. And the reasoning for that is that Joe Milton is terrible. Joe Milton, I'm not even joking. Look, I've said it plenty of times. I don't think Joe Milton's a bad guy, and I don't hate Joe Milton personally. That would be stupid if I came on here and said that because it isn't true. I think Joe Milton's a great guy, but here's what I think. I think Jarrett Garantano is so much of a better quarterback than Joe Milton. I'm serious about that. Because at least Joe Milton could complete the slant route. At least he could complete a corner route. At least he wasn't throwing just the stupidest pass plays of all time and making sure that we never got an offensive drive going. And that's exactly what we did. We got lucky on that first drive, didn't we? Y'all got my hopes up when you ran up the middle and somehow got a 75-yard run down for a touchdown. I don't know how Georgia didn't stop that. Everyone else knew it was coming. Why didn't they? So, I don't know. But ever since then, Mickey Mouse has been absolutely just decimating us. Just absolutely destroying and annihilating us. And, yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. And most of that is due to the fact that Tennessee doesn't know how... I heard, I saw this statistic that Tennessee is 0 for 6 on third downs. We're 0 for 0 on any downs. We can't get anything. We can't get anything. We can't get a down, much less a third down. It's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. And you already know, I would say, here's the adjustments we should make in the second half in order to find a way to come back and beat Georgia, because they're only down by 14 points. Any other team would be lucky to be in this position. And Tennessee, here's the ways that Tennessee could come back and win this game. There's no point in even doing it, because whatever I say should happen is not going to happen. I could say the easiest adjustment ever, and it's not going to happen. We're going to come out and do the same thing as always, and Georgia's already adapted to it, and we're just going to sit there and be like, well, oh, golly, shucky doo-da-doo-dahs. I guess we're just going to let things play out, and hopefully Joe Milton will catch fire. This is the day Joe Milton catches fire. We've been waiting 6 years for it to happen, but this is the day that he'll do it. He's going to catch fire against the number 1 defense in the country. Here we go, baby. Here we go. This is where Joe Milton finally gets fired up. It's blatantly obvious you don't trust Nico. You're doing everything in your power to keep Nico off that field, but the least you can do is start somebody else. Gaston Moore, Navy Schuler. You got 4 quarterbacks that you can use. One of them is terrible, and any other coach right now would be sitting there going, well, this ain't the guy. Let's start somebody new. Even if it isn't the freshman, you got Gaston Moore, Navy Schuler. Hell, get Jawan Jennings back on the field and have him throw. It's ridiculous, man. Why do you keep doing this? I'm starting to doubt more and more Heupel's coaching ability as the year progresses, especially on that final drive where Joe Milton throws a 9-yard completion with about 45 seconds left. The clock's going down. Heupel's already used one of his timeouts early in the first quarter. You've still got 2 timeouts to use. You wait 20 seconds, and then you call a timeout. Then you call a timeout when there's only 20 seconds as compared to the 40 that you would have had if you didn't wait 20 to blow a friggin' whistle or something. Just ridiculous, man. Just pathetic coaching. Just pathetic. It's not Milton's fault that he's still out there on the field and everybody's saying get him off the field. It's not his fault that he's still on there. It's Heupel's fault. And he won't do anything about it. I don't understand. It's not hard to make one single adjustment. And even if you lose with Nico, it's better than laying on the ground, face down, and dying. It's better than that. It's better than that. Just hoping that Georgia doesn't see. Georgia might as well be the combine going through mowing everybody's lawn, and then Tennessee and these coaching staffs is the ones laying down. Here's Tennessee. They got themselves face down on the ground right here, arms out, waiting for the combine to come execute them. Golly, man, it's not hard. It's not hard to make one adjustment. Look, you probably won't win the game if you start a brand new quarterback, but at least you won't be limited to only doing 4 friggin' plays. All 4 of which Georgia knows is coming. Just do something else. It doesn't work.
And if you want to win, it's like you care more about being loyal to your golden boy than you actually do winning the football games. And that's a recipe for disaster. You don't believe me? Go ask Dabo Sweeney how he's doing with that loyalty. And he still started another quarterback when DJ Uyagungale was terrible last year. Just do something else. Please? Please? Do that for me? Do that for me? Come on. You have 3 losses. You aren't competing for the SEC East. You aren't competing for the playoffs. Just go out there and ball out. Just do something else. Try and win the game. Do something. Please. That's all I ask. On the bright side, if there's any silver lining, this is the last time I'll ever have to hear Gary Danielson commentate a Tennessee game.